Okay, so I pulled up that exercise we had done a couple weeks back with the cup and the saucer and the spoon, and I'm just going to use this to kind of show you how we go about setting up our lighting here. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to make a little. Sorry, that's my dog. I'm just going to make a little platform here, just so the cup and saucer are not like floating in space. Okay, let me fix this here. Okay, so here's our cup and our saucer. Okay, so in our scenes, there's a couple different ways that you can go about setting up lighting, and depending on the rendering engine that you're going to use, whether that's Maya or Arnold, and I'll get more into that later on, but there's different ways that you can create lighting. So if we come to create lights, here we have some, oh, sorry, we have some various lighting that we can create. Same thing if we come to Arnold, come to lights, we have some other lights here that give us much, much more control. But like I said, we're not going to worry about this right now. We're just going to worry about these lights. Also, you could come into, if you wanted to come into rendering or click on the rendering shelf right here, you see we have our various lightings and our various surfaces, which I'll go over in the next video here. But just for creating lighting here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to create a spotlight, okay? And lights behave in the same way as the cameras or any other objects, right? You can move this around. I'll turn this around so we're actually kind of, right? Put that spotlight right on that cup. So we don't see anything right now because our view mode, we don't have lighting turned on. So I'm going to go ahead and hit 7, okay? And we can see, right? We have our spotlight. You may or may not see the shadows. It just kind of depends if you have this clicked on or off, right? The shadows little icon right here. I can turn that off if I don't want to see the shadows, but you know, shadows are important, so I want to keep those on. So this is our lighting, right? This is we have a spotlight set up, and then now here in our attributes, we can do a bunch of different things, right? So we can select the color, you know, we can go through and select our color. Actually, that pink was kind of cool. Okay. And then we can set our intensity, meaning how bright it is. Now this can go much higher. So right here, this only goes to 10, right? But we could set this to be much higher, right? I could set this to 100, and you'll see. Come here, and you'll see, right, how it definitely goes much brighter than that. So we can set our intensity. Decay rate is how that light will decay over distance. Right now it's set on no decay. I'm going to change that right now. And then we have things like the cone angle that we can change, right? Widening that. The penumbra is how the feathering or the softening is going to happen around that edge, right? Going in or out. Okay, and then drop off is going to tighten this in and right make it more kind of like a smoky effect, right? There's a lot of other things that you can do here, but those are the those are the ones that you'll want to know. To be honest, there's some of these I don't even know what a lot of these do, so I would encourage you to play around and do what you can and learn and yeah, just experiment with your different lightings. I will note that when it does come time to render, right, there are, like I said, depending on the engine that you're using, the light source you use might be different. I do know that if you're using the Arnold renderer, I know that ambient light and volume light don't work with that renderer. But like I said, we'll go over more of that as we get closer next week. But for this week, right, just learning how to set up our basic lighting. And then just to make this not so long, right, I'll stop the video here and then I'll go into another video about the various materials and how they interact with light. Okay?